Today we're going to fill in all the borders around all the shapes, and to do that we're going to use a chain stitch. So what you're going to do is come out at the number one spot. You're going to go back down at the number one spot, and then you're going to come down about a stitch down. This is the same stitch that we used in the witch's hat. So you're just going to go down, follow all the lines in between each shape, and run a chain stitch. It looks really nice in between each block. It fills in really nicely. But I wanted to add a little something extra on the edges there. So you could see on each edge, I just added a little stitch on each little chain link section. I think it set it apart from what's going on inside, and I really like that look. Okay, so I am all done stitching this, but I used a fabric that is too thin. It's fine for me and for this and for my sample, but when I sell this as a kit, you're going to notice that you're getting a thicker feed sack fabric. It's more appropriate, I think, for the season, the seasonal piece, and I just think you're going to like it better. So that's what you're going to get. The other thing that I would recommend you doing if you like the old vintage look is give your fabric, whether it's this fabric or which I'm using, or the feed sack, give it a spray with some walnut crystals or coffee before you stitch it. I, of course, never do that before, so I'm in the situation of having to do it now, which is really not going to be a problem, and I'll show you why. I only have a little bit of walnut crystals here in my spray bottle, so I hope I have enough. But what I'm going to do is spray it right here on the side, and I'm going to let it... I think this is very dark, so I want to water it down a little bit. If you're nervous about spraying it onto your cloth, even though I had a lot along the edges, because I am going to trim it off right here, but you can use a paper towel. So I've just watered my my walnut crystals down, and I think that's good. So I sprayed the back of the piece, hoping that I would get good coverage on the front. I sprayed the back because I didn't want to discolor the threads on the front. So I was hoping that on the back it would just show through to the front, but it didn't. So what I'm doing here is just taking a paintbrush and dabbing the walnut crystals in each section to give it the nice aged look that I like. This would have been a lot easier if I had just stained the fabric beforehand. If you do stain the fabric beforehand, do make sure to do a spray test on the paper towel to make sure that it's not too dark for your fabric. So I'm really liking this as it starts to fill in. Using the paintbrush means that I'm not getting it on the threads, which is going to change the color. Okay, so I'm all dry now, and I like it. It's got just the right amount of spots in the areas I wanted, and I'm happy with it. And you see right here where I brushed a little bit more on the top that the brooms have a little bit more brown on them. So here's our finished product. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you've enjoyed following along each stitch, each block. This is called Autumn Celebrations, and it's available on our website, www.theoldtatteredflag.com. Thanks for watching.